about Planned Parenthood shaming people for something that they have a constitutional right to do. Huh? If you're here about the children, you can pray at home for children. It's probably the same place that you could feed a child, but you're not. Instead, you're out here shaming people for something that they have a constitutional right to do. Who would have thought that an old white lady would be out in front of a Planned Parenthood telling people what's right for their bodies? Shame on you. Shame on you for hiding your face at the same time that you're shaming other people. Again, the same laws that protect me, protect you, and that's okay. You're allowed to be out here. That doesn't mean that you have a moral right to be out here. Shame on you. What you're doing here is disgusting. This is wrong. You have no business being out here. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Yep. Disgusting. So do me a favor, please. If you're watching this, Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania is one of the most heavily protested Planned Parenthoods in the country, and they deserve your support. These are the kind of attacks that we can expect on Planned Parenthoods in the current administration. Shame on you, ma'am, for standing out here thinking you know what's right for other people's bodies. There are women that come here from counties away, miles away, because people like you are standing out in front of their Planned Parenthood, shaming them. You must have something to say. You've had something to say to every single woman that's come in here, every single couple that's come in here. You've had something to say, something to hand them. And yet now that you're on camera, you have nothing to say and nothing to do about this. Shame on you. There's not a person coming here that needs your advice on what to do with their bodies. Not one. An old white lady telling people what's right to do with their bodies. Shame on you. Shame. Shame. Shame on you. There's no faith that tells you you are right and everybody else is wrong. There's no faith that tells you it's your job to stand out here and shame people for something that they have a right to do. This is disgusting. This is wrong. This is shameful. So please, if you're watching this, even if it's just $5 that you can give to Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania, this is the kind of stuff that they have to deal with. Cowards that won't show their face when others are looking, but they will shame every single woman, every single person of color, every single family that walks in here looking for help, looking for guidance. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you so much for working in a place that respects and protects women. Thank you so much. Please give $5 to Planned Parenthood on behalf of this woman. If you're a white person like I am, we have a lot of catching up to do. We have a lot to apologize for, and I'm going to apologize. I'm going to start by apologizing for this woman. Shame on you. What you're doing here is disgusting. It's an attack on common sense. It's an attack on the Constitution. It's an attack on the rights of every single person coming here. And don't convince yourself that what you're doing isn't extremely racist. How dare you? This is grotesque. Now you've got your back to everybody. Is that how it is? Now you've got your back to everybody. Shame on you. Shame on you. Actually, you're doing the right thing. Let's keep walking down the block. We can talk about this. We can talk about your Christian faith, about how your Christian faith believes in shaming people, about how your Christian faith believes in telling people that you know what's right for their bodies, about how your Christian faith tells you that you know what's right for their families. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Camera out of my face.
No. The same rights that allow you to be out here allow me to be out here. Shame on you. You have a problem protesting in public? Don't protest in public. If you know who this woman is, and if you can give me her address, we'll protest out in front of her home. Let's go protest out in front of her house and tell her what's right for her body. Please call the cops. Tell them Representative Brian Sims is standing in his district telling somebody that using the rights that they're using to protest women coming into Planned Parenthood is disgusting and it's wrong and it's shameful. You have no business being out here, and the rights that you have allow you to be out here are very different than the moral standing that you think you have. There's nothing Christian about what you're doing. There's nothing loving. There's nothing kind. This is a racist act of judgment, and you have no business being out here shaming people for doing something they have a right to do. An old white lady telling people what's right for their bodies. Who would have thought? Please call the cops. Call the cops. It's okay with me. It's okay with me. Not only do I know the cops around here, I know that the cops around here are trained in my constitutional rights. Now you hide your head in shame. You shame every single person that's coming here. You have things to say to every single person coming to Planned Parenthood, but you hide your head in shame when all of a sudden you have to do it in public. This is disgusting. Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania. Please go on their website. There's the Planned Parenthood Action Fund. This Planned Parenthood has done more for civil rights in America than this person will ever do for anyone's rights. They deserve our support. They deserve your financial support. And if you walk by here, like I do every single day, please say something to these protesters. They bank on us being quiet. They bank on us caring more about decorum than we do about righteous indignation. So please don't let them get away with this. They're shaming people every single day for something that they are allowed to do. Every day I watch girls drive here from miles away because they can't go to a Planned Parenthood in their own home because protesters are outside shaming them for something they have a right to do. Don't let them get away with it. We're stronger than this. We're all better than this. Let's tell the right that we're right and that they are wrong. Shame on you for being out here telling women what's right for their bodies. Shame on you for telling anyone what's right for their bodies.
You stand up for those little kids and get raped by those priests that you go.
Hasn't fed a child today, hasn't put shoes on a child today, right? Right? I'm sorry, ma'am. How many Catholic churches are you protesting out of? 400 priests in Pennsylvania indicted for child molestation. I don't remember seeing you in any of those protests. I was at them. I don't remember seeing you at any of them. Instead, you're dragging people for their constitutional rights. Shame on you. Shame on you. The amount of mental gymnastics it must take to think that you have a right to tell a woman what's right for her body, and yet you will support a faith that has protested, that has molested children across the planet. Shame on you. This is what broken morality looks like. This is what broken values look like. This is how they show up in front of our Planned Parenthoods. This is what they're doing. If you can't tell, this is a place that deserves your support. Planned Parenthood of Southeastern Pennsylvania. They have to deal with people like this every single day. They deal with people out here every single day telling others what's right for their bodies. But we're not going to let them get away with it. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. Don't hide. Don't hide. You're publicly protesting women coming to a Planned Parenthood. It's something they have a right to do. Don't hide from it. Don't hide from it. Have the courage of your broken convictions if this is what you're going to do. Everyone, this is what they deserve and this is what they need. Every single time any of us walk by something like this, we're letting them win. We're letting them think that they are right, and we know better. These people have no business telling anybody else what's right for their body. They have no business telling people of color what they think about what they do with their families, with their own family planning. This is disgusting. This isn't Christianity. This isn't love. This isn't support. This isn't kindness. This is the hiding, shameful face of those that judge at Planned Parenthood, and it's disgusting.